Hey, welcome back to Homeschool Wherever. My name is Carmen Sognonvi, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you what our very first poetry tea time was like. If you're new to this channel, we are a multiracial secular family living in New York City, and we are homeschooling for the very first time this year. We have two daughters, Sean, who's in 6th grade, and Ella, who's in 3rd grade. We're really passionate about using travel to bring our homeschooling lessons to life, and this channel is all about documenting our homeschooling journey. So if that sounds of interest to you, I hope you'll subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We're also full-time family travel creators, so if you want to see that side of our lives, check out our travel channel at Top Flight Family. So what is poetry tea time? In essence, it's when you set some time aside to pour everyone a nice beverage. Doesn't have to be tea, but it can be if you want. You set out some snacks, you get a big stack of poetry books out, and everybody goes around taking turns reading aloud a poem of their choice. It can be as fancy or as casual as you like, but the idea is to slow the pace down and create a little bit of a special occasion in which everyone can enjoy poetry together. This was our first time trying it out, and it was a lot of fun. Since we're in the process of gradually replacing and upgrading all of our dishes anyway, I did purchase a tea set specifically for this, but we're also planning to make this a weekly thing, so it wasn't just a one-off. I got this set from Amazon and it's really pretty. It also comes in purple or white if you're interested in those, and I'll link it below in case you're looking for one. We got this tiered plate stand to display our snacks. Sean made some finger sandwiches and macarons, and we bought some cookies from the store. The publisher Quarto Kids was kind enough to send us some of their best kids poetry titles for us to use during this tea time. Some of the titles we used for this first tea time were Poems Aloud by Joseph Colho and Daniel Gray Barnett. And this is a great book for poetry tea time because it's specifically designed to be read out loud, so the poems are a lot of fun. Another title that we used was The Bee in Your Thumb by Colette Hiller and Tor Friedman. This poetry book is really fun for all ages, but especially great if your kids are just learning to read, because each poem highlights a certain sound or combination of letters, so they really help kids see the patterns in words. We also read from Wild in the Streets by Marilyn Singer and Gordy Wright, and all the poems in this book are about city animals, for example, coyotes in Chicago or river crabs in Rome, and each poem comes with a short explanation of the animal and how it came to have a habitat in that city, and then of course there's the poem itself. We also read from Poetry for Kids, Walt Whitman edition, and this is one book in a whole series like this where it selects poems from some of the world's most famous poets like Walt Whitman, Emily Dickinson, Robert Frost, even Shakespeare, and it's just really lovely because it selects poems that will be fairly easy to read and understand for kids, but it publishes them alongside really gorgeous illustrations that bring the words to life. All in all, our first poetry tea time was a lot of fun. Poetry often gets overlooked at traditional school or even homeschool, or it sometimes has an aura of being too hard to understand for regular people. So doing a poetry tea time like this is a way to make poetry much more accessible, and it allows us to enjoy the sounds and the words. Is poetry tea time something you do with your family already, or is it something you would like to incorporate? Leave a comment and let me know. If you would like a tour of our homeschool space and you'd like to see how we homeschool without having a dedicated room, just click there. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Homeschool Wherever. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.